Hello everyone, this is the Perp, and I'm starting up a brand new YouTube channel. I used to have two other channels where I made tip videos for Halo and other games like Bioshock and Battlefield 4, but both of the channels are in the past, and I've decided to do different kind of style videos, where I do kind of a blogish style, where I get to talk about things, the day-to-day that I can kind of relate to. So if you guys think you guys might like that, feel free to subscribe or like and look towards some of my other videos. I'm just adding this quick little intro because there's no other videos on my channel. And quick little just thing about the videos. I'll probably always have like some kind of great gameplay. I go like 30-10 in this game, and I had a perfection where it was like 18-0, but I decided not to use it because I figured this would be more interesting. And so I'll always have some decent gameplay. I'll always be talking about something that's kind of serious, kind of comical, different things like that we can both look to. And something that'll just kind of keep us entertained. And that'll probably be like a Saturday video that I'll try doing every Saturday if I can. And also Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm trying to having like a live thing where I record while my friends are sitting there watching live, stuff like that, and we can kind of record and all have a good time together. So that'll be more of a fun environment thing, and this is more comical or serious or whatever I feel like talking about for the week. So I want to kind of jump into it. So something I've really been noticing that I think we need to address is raging in video games, because it doesn't make sense to me. Even though I do it all the time, I still don't understand why we are raging. Because trust me, I'm a big rager. I get mad. I say things I shouldn't say. And sometimes it just happens just when we get to having a bad time. But I've kind of gotten, more, especially more recently, into the view that these games aren't important at all, and neither is the outcome of the game, so we shouldn't worry about it. We should just sit around and have fun. And that's kind of what I want you guys to think about. Now, I'm a swimmer, and recently I went to the state swim meet, and I set a new state record in the 50-yard backstroke. And then there's a guy who's second place. I beat him by like 100th of a second. I barely skimmed by. And then I figured out there's going to be a technicality, and they were going to, and his time was actually going to be put forward because they were going to swap what time they were using. He had two different times taken. One is like with a touchpad, and that's more accurate, so we usually use that. So that's what I beat him at. And then there's one where people hit a button right when you touch, and the button time actually had him beating over me. So not only did he get first place at state, he also got the state record, which it was really depressing for me. I figured I had one of two things that I could do. I could either sit there and I could just get angry and mope around and be mad all day and pretty much just let it ruin my day, or I could forget about it and try to move past it, and just because I realized that it's not as important as I might make it out to be in the moment, and I can get through my life without necessarily needing it to happen. So that's what I did. And I think that that is something that, like, a skill to be able to get rid of something or just not mope around like that is something that a lot of people kind of have, and something that we other people need to work on. Now, a lot of kids I see around playing on the game on Xbox. That, you know, a lot of little kids play it. Now, I'm just talking to you little kids right now. If you guys think you're like MLG players or something and you're like 12 or 13, you're not an MLG player. Now, it may seem offensive to you, but the sad fact is that you just cannot be a professional player, and you'll be running around yelling and people just do not take you seriously. Now, but because you invest all your time into it and you get like this false idea that you're going to be the best player in the world, but no one really can be the best player in the world. There's only going to be one. And, I mean, you just get so mad when you lose and things like that. And it's not important, because you're not going to go be an MLG player probably. You're probably going to grow up and get a different job and everything will be fine. And you don't need to invest all your time. One of my friends has another friend who, all he does is he plays video games. Doesn't have a job. He dropped out of college. All he does is play video games all day. And that's what his whole life has become. And, like, I'll 1v1 him in Halo. And he'll usually quit before the game ends because I'll be going like 6 and I'll have no kills. And he'll just get mad and he'll just quit. And he doesn't even talk to me anymore because he doesn't play me. But I mean, he's just a classic example of what happens if you take games too seriously, because they're not serious at all. They're made for fun. They're made to be goofy. They're made for things like that. If you ever watched the Deadpool game, it came out recently. It is one of the silliest little things that will just make you laugh all day. And that's like a classic example of what a game should be. There's no competition in it, nothing like that. It's just made to have fun and put a smile on people's faces. So I think that when people get the idea that it's no longer about having fun, it's about winning, and winning is the only way we can have fun, I think that's where you kind of start to lose. And trust me, I get like that. I used to be the big thing where if I lost, I'd be so angry. But I've kind of moved past it, especially as I've gotten older. And I've just realized that video games are not important. If I go out tomorrow and I go around and I tell people that I had a perfection in Halo the other day, no one's gonna care. I mean, it doesn't affect your intelligence level, it doesn't affect your physical strength, your accomplishments, nothing. So the best thing to do is just to have fun with it. Now, I mean, if you have people who treat you like they're only going to play with you if you're good, that's how my family was, where I had an older brother. They all played Halo 3, and they wouldn't let me play with them when I was a little kid, unless I was really good, which I wasn't. And so I sat there and I wasted so much of my time trying to get good at Halo. And by the time I was finally at their level of skill, they had gotten bored of Halo, and now they were on Call of Duty or some other game. So now I've just wasted all my time, and they still don't play with me. So I think it's important to recognize that you should only be playing with people who enjoy your company. If people invite you to their game and they're doing great and you're doing horribly, you know they're actually your friend because they want you there just in order to be around you and have fun with you. They don't want you around to just to help them win a game. Because if that's all you are, then you are just another player in a game. You're someone that they don't care about. So work on playing with your friends, keeping a nice fun environment. Try not to be competitive and take things so seriously. And I think that overall there's a lot of improvement to be gained. Now if you have only everyone on your friends list will play with you only if you are good, then you don't need to play with them. You can add me and I will add you. My gamer tag is Perplexality. I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. You guys can add me. I always accept friend requests that I get. Sometimes I gotta clear them out. So if I don't know you, you never ended up sending me a party invite or something, or a game invite when I added you, then I'll probably remove you. But otherwise, I mean, I'm gonna accept and I will play with you if I have the time and I want to. Now, I mean, I'm a senior in high school. I'm number 2 in my class, so I have a lot of studying I do. I have 3 APs this upcoming year. I had 3 last year, and I passed all of them. So I got something going on for me where not only do I have studies that I work on, I have books that I read. I read The Art of War like a few dozen times. I work out, I swim. I have things going on for me. So I may not be able to play Xbox with you all the time, but I mean, if there's no one on Xbox, just you can get hobbies like that too, and kind of take your focus away from it. But otherwise, I will play with you if I have the free time, usually on like Saturdays, or might be Monday or Wednesday, depending on how my schedule works out. But I think it's important for you to have alternative outlets, because basically, video games are a stress reliever in my life. That's all they're really good for at this point, is they just help you kind of not focus on how stressful and how work-related all of your life has been. You kind of get an hour to lose yourself into shooting bad guys on the internet. And that's what they should be. So if it gets to a point where it is causing you stress, put it down. Find something else that relieves stress. I play the piano sometimes, do things like that. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I taught myself to be ambidextrous in my free time. I wrote letters with my left hand all day until eventually it worked. So I always have all these little things people can work on and you can get better at. So I hope that you guys will find alternative things and not worry so much about being good at games, and that they are all just about fun. Now, I'll probably talk more about this later, but right now I think I've covered it sufficiently, and we're running out of time in the video. And I just want to remind you, this is Perplexality. If you like the video, please subscribe. I'm going to be posting videos like this a lot in the near future. And I hope that you will give it a like, share it, favorite it. It helps me a lot to know that people are actually enjoying the video, or approve of my message, or something like that. So I hope I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of the video play out. Peace.
New hill available.